everybody. Hope everybody's had a couple of good weeks. Sorry I missed you guys 2 weeks ago, and I put a little blurb up last week, a little late, but I got it out there. Hopefully that didn't throw you guys off too bad, and hopefully the sound is good. My normal microphone is still in the trailer with the Smurf race car, so I don't have my normal microphone, so I'm using the mic on my camera. So hopefully that doesn't cause too much issues for tonight. But yeah, so I obviously 2 weeks ago we missed, which should have been show 50, but it was a thrash-a-thon to get the Smurf ready to go to Steele, Alabama. So I got the motor Saturday, and had a different oil pan, and a couple other things were different on it. So it took a bunch of modifications to get the motor to fit in the car. And it was a complete thrash. I actually fired the car up for the first time Tuesday at 7:15. That's when I actually was able to light the car off, and then put it out in the trailer, get it loaded up, and then we left Wednesday at 5 in the morning to get to Steele, Alabama. So that's basically why there was no show, because I was still thrashing on the car, and didn't have enough time to break away to put a show together. The shop was a total mess. It looked like a hurricane went through here. Had every component and every box of parts and tools all over the shop. We had to do a bunch of plumbing changes, throttle linkage changes, had to remount the rack and pinion and the steering column. Quite a bit of work to do in 2.5 days. So yeah, I didn't even get a chance to scale the car or anything. I put a set of toe plates on and set the toe, and like I said, I lit it off in the shop because it was late at night. Open headers, didn't want to wake up any neighbors or anything, so we fired it up in the shop. It ran, it made oil pressure. I shut it right off. Put the body back on it, and went ahead and got it mounted up in the trailer. And of course, because of the thrash, the trailer needed to be cleaned and so forth and so on. But we got her done, and got up to Steele, and you know, we were way behind the 8 ball, but we were able to get some test hits in on Wednesday night. Did a motor hit and a single stage hit just to get the rings seated in the motor, because it was a fresh, just a maintenance rebuild. Make sure the oil pan was working properly and all that kind of stuff. Oil, got good oil pressure going down the track and on the brakes and all that. And that was all good. And then Thursday, we actually practiced with the full race tune-up on the car, and had a lot of traction issues. Come to find out, tires had, you know, almost 40 passes on them, so they were pretty much spent. And had a couple little transmission leaks at the torque converter that we had to take care of, so I had to pull the tranny out and everything. But all in all, we got her all done, and Saturday we were ready to race. So wasn't a bad weekend at all. We'll go over that in a little bit. Get a couple more people here on the show, let them realize we're actually on live again, since we missed for 2 weeks. And then, so it was funny, we didn't make the finals. Saturday was actually Sunday morning. I think I got back to the hotel at like 3:30. No, it's 3:30. And then I had to take a shower and hook up an Uber and take an Uber to Atlanta to the airport so I could fly to Boston to meet up with my family for vacation. So it was the whole weekend was a hustle for sure. It was a thrash-a-thon to get the car there, and then it was a hustle the whole time we were up there, turning the car around, fixing little things we had to fix, and then getting to the airport on time to catch my flight. So, but all was good. And I flew up to Boston, met my wife and the rest of my family at in Rockport, where we have a family member has a home up there on the ocean, and we had a great week. Great to kick back after the week before. So that was all good, and flew home Sunday. So Monday obviously was a shop clean day, so it took the whole day to get the shop back organized, and we worked on the Trans Am today a little bit. Teamwork makes the dream work. You're 100% correct. Without a good team, we would have been a laughing stock if we didn't have a good team. But it all worked out good. Yeah, so I got some. I pulled the data out of the Trans Am. That's had a sniper on it for about a year. Hasn't been really driven that much, but it's been driven, and so we'll go over that in a little bit, and then next week we'll get back to our wiring stuff. I wanted to go over relays and solenoids and diodes and resistors and whatnot. If you guys remember, a couple weeks ago we did about the crimping and the proper tools, how to make a proper crimp and stuff like that. The week before was like laying out the schematics and stuff like that. So we'll pick that up again next week, and then we'll move on from there. But pretty good week all in all so far this week. And obviously we had a good time on vacation and a great time in Steele, Alabama. So we'll do go ahead and Owen, for you guys that saw the little piece I put up last week. It was late and it wasn't live. It was just a recording, but we can go over the week before last race. So let me bring up the let me see here. Let me get this all queued up properly here. Rick's on. Glad you had time for vacation. Yes, and congratulations, Rick. New grandfather. Congratulations. Baby looks awesome. I'm sure you guys are really ecstatic about that. Congratulations. Yeah, so being busy the whole weekend, did not get any video of the event. Didn't have time, but our buddy Lamont Stutton, Forever Grudge, he always does an awesome job. So this is his video. Always go to check his channel out whenever you want to see some grudge racing. He's always on top of things, and this is just a little video he slapped together for us. So this was let me stop us here. So there was originally going to be 6 cars. I think one car was a no-show or it was broke. Then another truck broke during testing. So we ended up with 2 buys in the first round, and these two had to race each other. It was all by chip draw, and so in the left lane was Baby Mama, and you haven't really seen me show any video on that car because every time we've been to an event that we were supposed to race them, they had issues. Either the car was broke or, well, most of the time I guess the car was broke. But so we've never ever got to race these guys, but we've been trying for a year. And then the right lane was disrespectful. That's the orange or copper Corvette that we beat in Darlington, and then they nipped us in South Georgia in the end of last year. So here's their round one battle.
Y'all, first round of small block shootout. We got baby mama in the left lane. White lane we got disrespectful.
You can see there wasn't much air movement in Alabama, in Steele, Alabama. The smoke from the burnouts just hovered over on the starting line the whole time. It was hot to say the least. I see Ryan's on. Hey, Ryan. This was going to be a really good matchup here for the first round. These guys did not want to race each other. They wanted to redraw and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Here we go, y'all.
I hope you guys caught that. Let me go back a little bit here. But right there, I missed it again. Sorry. But now I can't catch it right on, but there was a big flame in the scoop on disrespectful, and when we got to the top end, he had kicked the rods out of that thing. So they were definitely done, and baby mama won the race.
This high-speed
No, we
portable.
don't need to watch that. Let me switch this up here. All right, so yeah, so that was round one, and so we might be buffering a little bit. Apologize about that. So I don't know if it's, hopefully it's back on again. Yeah, it's catching up. Yeah, so that was round one. The baby mama won the round. She did a good driving job, and disrespectful popped the motor. So then we went on to the other two cars had to run us and Venom. So we had a bye run. We pulled the bye, and then the S10 behind us, Venom, they actually got a